What is up everyone, welcome back to another movie trivia Schmoedown reaction video. We are once again still in the singles tournament. There is going to be a lot of singles tournament reactions, singles tournament Schmoedown coming up for the next several days I believe. As well as the Schmoedown Showdown that's supposed to happen this Saturday. I'm hoping I'm able to do a reaction directly on the Saturday, but it depends on my schedule. I still don't know what I'm doing tomorrow exactly by the time of this recording. Of course, it's a Friday. So yeah, we'll see about that. But for today, once again, in the singles tournament, we're going to see the battle between Rachel Silvestrini versus the Outlaw, John Rocha. New blood versus old blood, and I'm stressing this phrase, new blood, old blood, very much because Rocha is an old blood. He's a old hound. He knows his stuff, but he looks tired. These last few matches, at least in singles, he looks exhausted. Not exhausted. He looks, I don't know. It's just he's having a rough batch recently, and he looks tired. Meanwhile, Rachel, she's hungry. She's studying. She really wants to win it in the teams and in singles. So I did put Rachel in my bracket to advance versus the Outlaw. But then I've heard lots of people saying, oh, even though the Rocha I think is gonna win, Rocha is better, Rocha is better. I've heard even Harloff, I believe, said Rocha is gonna win. That's his prediction. I think Bateman as well. Well, Bateman is in the Horseman, so that's why he said it. But yeah, this is going to be an interesting match. I don't think I can root for anyone in this match because I'm a huge fan of Rocha, but I put Rachel in my bracket because I feel like Rachel will win. So it's so tough for me to root for a particular team. Particular player, so I won't be rooting for anyone for today. But yeah, and before we get to the reaction, I just want to address, I might have I don't know if I offended anyone or I said it in the wrong way. In the last video I was talking about the evil geniuses and how JTE missed out the tournament last year, and I do know that he was in a accident with this electric scooter, the Bird brand. I know that happened. I know he got some surgery. His teeth was he had operations on his teeth and everything too. And I knew all that, and I really feel bad for him, and I'm happy that he's back and he is once again I guess healthy will be the right way to say it. But I joked on the previous episode sarcastically. I said that he got attacked by a bird, even though I know what actually happens to him. So if my sarcastic comment did not pan out the way I wanted to, I'm sorry if I probably angered anyone with it, oh, how ignorant is this guy, not even knowing anything about this. But I do know I just was making a sarcastic comment, but I don't know if that's an appropriate time anyway. But yeah, forgive me for that. And yeah, before we get started, as always, subscribe to my channel. All you have to do is click the subscribe button down below. It's really easy. Click on the bell notification as well if you want to, so you don't miss out on all my Schmoedown reactions every Thursday and Friday, and maybe when there is some other days at the drop, then I'll do that as well. I do lots of content. I have a podcast that I upload to my channel as well. So subscribe if you don't want to miss out, and while you're at it, leave a like. It's that easy. Help me out, support in this community, in this YouTube community, which is full of great content creators. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get to it with the reaction. Playing it in 3, 2, 1. Schmoedown Showdown. This is tomorrow, right?
The fact that we get to watch Late to the Party play, I mean, they are so much fun to watch. Chance Ellison.
Or I guess if you're watching this on a Saturday, then this is today.
I feel kind of tournamenty.
What a run by William Bibiani leading.
Oh, by the way, Harloff just recently released he just released the teams tournament bracket, which I'm planning to do a separate video for it, breaking down the tournament bracket and who I'm rooting for. So I'm gonna do that on a separate video most likely. So yeah, subscribe so you don't miss out on that one.
This is notice, alright? This is the league. This is the league on notice.
That's the match we got today. I'm guessing this is a schedule of release. I should have realized. That makes a lot of sense in terms of schedule of release. That now that I see that, that's all the release in order of matches.
Ken, Grace, so nice to see you. I'm just going to be going into okay, real fast. I just wanted to chat with you about something really quickly. I don't think I'm going to be able to get inside until you do, so
Correct.
go for it. Look, we don't think that it's fair that Dan Merle is using this challenge in Orlando with corruption.
Not that.
No. Dan won the free-for-all and thus the right to challenge anybody for a title shot of his choosing, thereby he is entitled to that title shot. Okay, look, if he does this, I want a stipulation added that if we win, they have to break up.
Yes.
If corruption beats Founding Fathers in Orlando, then they're donezo.
Yes.
Ooh. Well, you know what? You guys in corruption certainly like to keep things interesting, so why not? Let's do it. If corruption beats Founding Fathers, then Dan Merle, John Rocha, they are no more. That's fine. Let's do that.
Yes.
Hey, thank you very much. It's lovely doing business with you both. I'm just gonna go in now. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Emma. Yes, you're so welcome.
Interesting.
Well played, Lioness. Well played.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna say I'm happy with that because I really believe they will win, but if they lose, most likely Rocha's gonna retire. I'll just say that, at least 4 teams. And I don't know what Merle is gonna do. He's clearly not in the singles tournament. And he really wants a teams tournament, but I don't know what he's gonna do.
Trivia Schmoedown, the ultimate Schmoedown tournament keeps on zooming. We are in the playoffs, and I am thrilled to be joined at the answer desk by the one, the only, you know her, you love. Make some noise. Miss Clark Wolf is here.
Hey, thank you for having me, Marco.
Wolf is back.
It's so fun calling matches with you now. And if we're going by astronomical terms with this matchup we have here today, we have a bright new star in the
Yes.
Schmoedown galaxy in Rachel Silvestrini versus, I'm going to say it, he's a planet. He is a planet in the solar system of the movie Trivia Schmoedown. He has his own gravitational pull. People love him. He's an all-time legend. John, the Outlaw Rocha,
Yes.
is back, and he is in the Ultimate Schmoedown, and he has this new up-and-coming, I don't know how Rachel's going to be. She's never been under pressure like this before. Do you think that could actually be a benefit to her?
I actually do, because ultimately Rachel has a ton to gain and very little to lose, frankly. I mean, look, when you're going up against
that's
somebody like
very
Rocha,
fair.
who has this storied history, he has proven to be one of the benchmarks and one of the strongest competitors in this league over a couple of years. You know, the pressure's almost off in a way. Have fun, get out there, kick some ass, and we have seen that this game is so unpredictable. You can come out ready to fight, but ultimately it could not go your way, and then you have gigantic upsets, and there is no better place to do that than in the tournament.
And I think that it's really a question of how quickly can you get comfortable.
There's been lots of upsets already.
Get those first couple questions answered correctly, and then your nerves start to settle, and you just play the game. And speaking of game players, I don't think we've ever seen a better competitor through the seasons, one of the first real stars in the Schmoedown, than that of John the Outlaw Rocha. We were lucky enough to get an interview with both Rachel and John before their match. Here's a quick look.
Alright, let's see it.
What's it gonna take to get you into the tournament? Which one? Because I want both. I'm sure we'll work something out. Yeah, any match they want to throw me, I'm in.
By the way, I know this has been released for quite some time, the Disney Patreon match.
I got a call from Robert.
I just got a chance to watching it literally today,
But now I'm
and
in the
Rachel,
singles tournament when I'm playing Rocha.
Well, what do you know?
without spoiling anything,
Another
Rachel was
tournament.
fantastic in
The
that.
Outlaw is here, taking on Rachel Silvestrini, the silver one, the Disney lover. It's exciting. She's a fan. I've seen her watch our matches, and now here she is going toe-to-toe with the Outlaw.
Rocha is definitely
That's
one
such
of
a
the
cool-
players that I started
The
watching
Horseman's
when I
such a cool
became fan,
faction.
and I have huge respect for him. But this is my time. I mean, Stacy kind of took Riley out, and now I'm against Rocha, so we'll see what this leads to.
And you gotta just dust yourself off and keep going. Now I'm looking to the teams tournament, all right? Because this one
really made me upset. We're gonna end this
I
season.
mean, look at that. Look at that trio right there. That's a great trio right there.
Right here. It starts right here today. I know it. I can feel it. I can see it in your face. So I'm just here to stand behind you, man.
By the way, Rocha's a big dude. I never realized that Ben is that taller than Rocha.
There are fans out there talking all their smack saying the Outlaw ain't got it anymore. He ain't got that fire. Well, I got that fire. And it's back now. I want those belts back around my waist. I'm talking about the tag team belt and the singles belt. IG, Kalinowski, Cushing, Mara, I don't care who has it. Eventually I'll go take it. Maybe my man will get in that ring and do it as well. We'll see. But I'm riding high. And I got two of the best right alongside with me. I'm gonna take care of business today. Get ready, Silvestrini.
Yeah, see, this is why I cannot root for anyone. I'm clearly wearing a top 10 live show shirt. So I'm supporting Rocha because of top 10. By the way, top 10 show is fantastic. And it was in Chicago, and Rachel was also there, and I met her in top 10 show as well.
That's
So
the Outlaw for you.
yeah, this is why I cannot root. Both are very lovely human being, very lovely person. Both know their stuff. I don't know who to root for. I'm happy if either one wins.
But she's also not nervous, in my opinion.
That's great. I mean, like, look, at the end of the day, when you're a more seasoned competitor, sometimes you do have in the back of your mind, like, oh, I don't want to. Who do I want to lose to? And look, she's got an opportunity for a real upset here. So I'll be very curious to see how this unfolds.
And we are about to do just that with the Ultimate Schmoedown playoff tournament format. Let's go to the tail of the tape now. Clark Wolf, what are each one of these competitors good at? What are they hoping for?
We've got Rachel. Her strengths are Disney, comic book movies, and her mom's brownies.
They are delicious, the best in the business. I love you, Miss Silvestrini.
Love a good brownie. And for John Rocha, we have strengths that include westerns, biopics, and hosting Collider Sports Time.
Hey, how about a hand for the Outlaw?
Hey.
Yep, that's a good show, by the way. Enjoy listening to Collider Sports Time.
About the Washington Professional Men's Football.
I mainly enjoy the basketball talk, NBA or FIBA.
Breaking news.
But other stuff, I like it too.
Another breaking news, and that is
Also
It's
EPL.
time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. Introducing first.
Wow, she's using this song.
Of 0 and 1.
This was Brienne Chandler's song for quite some time. Or at least Brienne used it once at least.
Looking good.
But yeah, I don't know why. When I hear the song, I identify it to Brienne Chandler.
I dare say this might be a
Which I gotta say, I miss Brienne Chandler. Seeing her in the Disney match makes me like, oh man, Brienne has such a great personality.
And her opponent.
And I know she's still very active in the community too, but yeah, missing Brienne.
Representing the 5 Horsemen. With a record of 12 and 8. 3 knockouts. He is the former 2-time movie trivia Schmoedown champion of the world, John the Outlaw Rocha.
Oh boy.
And the Outlaw
What is he doing?
announcing himself. There's the point. Ben
5.
Raymond walking out with him. Dan Merle. All right. He's holding up a 5, although there's only 3 of them there.
Indeed.
Confusing to some of our newer viewers.
I agree.
That is very fair.
Handshake.
New people is like, who was the other two?
And it's a fever picture. I sense some nerves in the
I still don't know who their 5th member is, aside from Dagnino, because Dagnino's manager.
And now John Rocha.
I really don't think it's Hana. I'm really hoping Mara gets involved in the Horsemen. I really wish that's the case.
You and Rachel the rules.
I'm sorry, Hana, but I really wish Mara is in the Horsemen.
Round number 1. Y'all have been here before. Rachel, to a lesser extent, but you've competed in the Schmoedown. You've won an exhibition match. John, obviously no stranger. More than 20 matches under your belt. In round 12 and 8, 3 knockouts, 2-time former champion. How are you feeling going into this playoff?
Oh, that means nothing. I'm 0-0 against Silvestrini, so I'm excited.
All
That
right.
answer.
Yeah,
And
that's
Rachel,
fair.
how do you feel making your first appearance in the playoff format known as the Ultimate Schmoedown?
Good. It's an honor to face John. It is so hot in here, though. So
You're not
Hopefully I
wearing
don't
3
melt.
layers, girl.
It is very hot, and that means let's get ready to Schmoedown. Oh boy, I I love a good playoff vibe. All right, kicking off round number 1. This question is from the world of action adventure films.
All right.
And your query is, Xander Cage is the protagonist of 2 films in what action franchise?
Well, I don't know how to describe it. Is it?
Writing down their answers, making sure the pen works. Sometimes the
It's-
marker doesn't always work.
You never know.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, going to you first, Rocha.
Mortal Kombat?
No.
That is incorrect. It's Rachel.
Triple
had it.
X.
Totally blank.
Ah,
Is it called Triple X?
the crowd knew it. My favorite kind of movies, Triple X.
Yeah, Triple X. Okay.
Triple X.
It's Xander with an X.
Xander Cage.
With an X.
I've seen that movie once.
All right.
All right.
Never
the
seen a
second
single Triple X
question
film.
In the category of famous actors and actresses, what Baz Luhrmann film stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Carey Mulligan, and Joel Edgerton?
I'm going to take a guess here, Clark. Is this a Triple X film?
It is not.
This is
It
not-
is not yet anyway, but we'll see.
I think the Triple X, the third one, was called Triple X: The Return of Xander Cage.
Yes, I think it was.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yes. What Baz Luhrmann film stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Carey Mulligan, and Joel Edgerton?
And Clark, it's kind of the
I have
situation
no
that
clue.
you and I postulated up top, where you got to get that first correct answer to get the
Listen.
blood flowing to get back to normal.
You know how I feel about round 1. It's really important. It really matters.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rachel, going to you first.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
The Great Gatsby.
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
it.
it is
She's on the board.
Rocha did not have
All right.
it, so Rachel takes an early.
I
Wow.
took a picture of that because I'm ahead of him and I want to remember this.
All right, we move on to your third question in round number 1. It is dramas. Dramas, and your question. Who played big game hunter Dennis Finch Hatton opposite Meryl Streep in 1985's Out of Africa? I'm glad that whatever the answer is, it's not Meryl Streep, because the crowd would have been
I was
buzzing
about to
about
say.
hearing her name.
I was about to say. I got excited.
You watch Big Little Lies?
Yes.
Oh boy, was she.
Oh,
5,
yes, queen.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, going to you, John Rocha.
Robert Redford.
It is Bob Redford.
Oh,
Did
okay.
Rachel
I wrote
have it?
Kevin Costner.
Michael Douglas.
Ah.
Ghost of the Darkness.
Tie game. Tie
He
game.
has played a big game hunter before, The Ghost in the Darkness, but
Indeed.
not that movie.
All right, question number 4 in the category of 90s movies. Who directed Julia Roberts and Richard Gere in the 1999 rom-com Runaway Bride?
All right, Clark, I'm going to do you a favor. I'm going to give you a movie
Runaway
couple to hang out
Bride.
with
Okay.
for an evening. Are you taking Roberts and Gere? Are you taking Ryan and Hanks? Who do you
Oh,
like?
Ryan and Hanks.
Ryan and Hanks?
Yeah, no
5,
contest.
Oh my God.
Four.
No question.
3, as long as the volcano's not involved. 2,
It's-
1. Pens down,
What is his
going to
name?
you, Rachel. What do you got?
Gary Marshall?
It is
It
Gary
is Gary
Marshall,
Marshall.
a legend.
There we go.
Yeah.
And we got a tie
I was
game.
thinking of a. I was thinking of another Marshall for some reason. Is there another famous Marshall?
In this first round,
I was like, it's something
for the
Marshall, but it's not
fantasy
right.
science
I
fiction.
couldn't pull the Gary
Query
part.
is, who plays Oz in Oz the Great and Powerful? I mean, how do you make a sequel to The Wizard of
You don't.
How do you
You shouldn't and you don't.
The
Unless
answer
it's
is no.
unless it's return.
Return to Oz. 5,
This
4,
is so wrong.
3.
I don't know why.
Reputation.
I can do that. That is one JT rule for Rachel. Each competitor's used one. Your question. Who plays Oz in Oz the
Okay, I was
Great
thinking
and
of Frank Marshall. Is he a director? Frank Marshall? Or is it someone else?
Because there aren't a lot of sequel.
Who's the director of Mary Poppins Return? His last name is Marshall too, I believe.
I don't want.
It's like, did they not get it right the first time?
I think.
This is so wrong.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, going to you, Rocha.
James Franco?
It is, in fact,
Oh, shit.
Mr. Franco.
That is-
I wrote Franco.
That is face.
So now the Outlaw.
That is-
takes the lead,
oh.
3-2.
That's all right. A
Okay.
forgettable movie.
I've not seen the film,
And
but I
question
can
number
picture a
6 in the
poster. I know
category
Mila
of
Kunis is in it
comedies.
too.
Hey!
There it is.
You got it. Clark
There
got the
it
line.
is.
Well done.
Got a little bit.
What Judd Apatow movie has the line, "Marriage is like a tense, unfunny version of Everybody Loves Raymond, only it doesn't last 22 minutes. It lasts forever." It's a good line. I like
Why
that.
do I
was
want to
gonna
see
say,
this?
cosign.
I also like that how much Apatow loves Everybody Loves Raymond, because you know what? So do I.
It's a great job.
You know
I like
what?
a Ray Romano.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Going to you first,
Knocked
Rachel.
up.
Did you have it?
This is 40?
It is not. This is 40. Does Rocha have it?
Knocked up?
It is knocked up.
All right.
It is knocked up. So one more for Rocha.
It is knocked up.
It is knocked up.
It is knocked
That
up.
is correct.
Trying to be like,
You got it. You got it.
I had that written on the bottom.
Yeah, that was it.
I wrote on 44-year-old version. I'm like, no, they don't talk about marriage, but knocked up they do. So I'm like, knocked up? Yeah, got
The
it.
ultimate question is from the world of horror/thriller. And the question: what iconic horror movie villain had a bride named Tiffany?
I'm just gonna
Speaking of
guess The
marriage.
Bride of
We just
Frankenstein,
take it away
because
from
I've
marriage,
never seen that
or
film,
As a classic movie would say.
but I cannot think of any other horror movie monster.
I hadn't seen that movie until like I'm
That is
5
not
years
how you
ago.
write Frankenstein.
5, 4,
Frankenstein.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Going to you, Rocha. What do you got?
I don't know, Candyman.
It is not Candyman. Does Rachel have
It
it?
is.
Oh! Okay.
All right. We got a closer round one than I think we thought we might have.
That's
By the way,
right.
Silvestrini is
And I
dangerous in the
don't
second
know
round because she
what's
have
but both
obscure
competitors get a lot of
strengths like
points.
Kevin Smith and
Correct.
Disney, which I know not a lot of
All right,
people
question
are
number 8.
at
In
least
the
claim those two
category
are
of
the strengths.
animated, you'll find the sinister Stromboli in what classic animated Disney film?
Yeah, of course
I,
she knows
would
that.
never call it Stromboli.
Stromboli is
Sal's
shit. That
by
sounds so
Maurice
familiar.
In Williamsburg, Virginia. It is good
Stromboli,
stuff.
Stromboli.
Love it.
Pepperoni. It's like a big hot pocket.
Ooh, I
5,
love a hot pepper.
4, 3,
Are you kidding
2,
me?
1.
Oh,
Rachel, what do you got?
It's Pinocchio.
She started writing very quickly. Did John Rocha have it?
Pinocchio.
Oh, he got it too. All right, so
I was
John
like, that
Rocha
is- it's
stays
so
off
obvious.
Rachel Silvestrini by
I
1
couldn't
in
pull it.
round 1, and so a 5-4 lead for John Rocha. Although Rachel giving him his money's worth here today, and Clark, only one of them is going to advance in the Ultimate Schmoedown.
You know what? All
This
right,
is a
so
good
now
round
the
one. This is a
wheel.
very close, good round one.
This wheel has been a little finicky.
It's-
I'm gonna go ahead and say.
It has not been an easy wheel
It has not.
to negotiate, although it actually is easy to spin because you can spin it from the pegs
any
as
place.
well. As Clark inferred, this is round number 2. That would be the wheel round. You see the wheel of fate, doom, and justice, the new-ish wheel. You see spinner's choice, what every competitor wants to spin, and opponent's choice, the fan favorite, as well as 10 different categories of movie trivia, Schmoedown, know-how. Each category you see up there has 4. You have a 1-point lead, so you may spin the new wheel, or you may defer to Miss Silvestrini.
No surprise to me. I know Rachel's good. Rachel, you spin first, please.
All right, so
Right.
the ladies first.
Definitely a choice.
And here comes Rachel.
All right.
She
now
wants
let's
either
take
Kevin
it
Smith
down.
or Disney.
You can stop on a dime sometimes, Clark.
It's
And
crazy.
Rocha
We've got
put
movies on there, so-
classic on the wheels, I'm guessing, and westerns. No biopics, I'm
Comedy,
surprised.
classics, not opponents.
Oh
Classics.
boy. Oh boy.
All right, you want to do classics or you want to spin it
Pretty
again?
sure that's Rocha's that's what Rocha put, because I've been noticing that they put it next to the spinner's choice most of the time.
Uh-oh.
All right.
I mean, most to opponent's choice.
Spinner's choice. Oh, got
Ooh. Okay, the question is, she gonna do Kevin or is she gonna do Disney?
Okay.
it. And the
I think she's gonna do
correct
Disney.
response to Rachel's fun spinner's choice. Now you have the task of trying to select which category you're most confident in. What do you got?
Give me Kevin Smith, please.
Oh, okay.
All
Right.
She's not afraid of Rocha knowing who's
I
Kevin
had
Smith.
jumped the gun and already gone to Disney
I
movies,
thought
but
that that's where we were headed too.
we can also do Kevin Smith. Rachel Clark's going to be asking you your questions. So,
For the record, never seen a Kevin Smith film. I know I should
Here we
have,
go.
so I'm not gonna be able to contribute in there.
In Red State, the first on-screen victim of a radical fundamentalist church is a man who they say is guilty of what sin?
Oh, yikes. I'm just gonna say... greed.
Let me go multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, adultery,
Oh,
B,
never mind.
performing abortions, C, homosexuality,
Okay, I don't even know what adultery means.
drunkenness?
It's not, as you guys know, English not my first language.
I believe it's homosexuality.
It is homosexuality. Let's
So, yeah,
give her
I don't
1
know-
point.
I don't even know what adultery is, so I'm gonna Google it. If it's something that is messed up, I'll let you guys
got real
know.
on that first question.
Yeah,
You can
that
tell
was
from my
intense.
reaction if it's something that's bad. Put it on incognito,
Question number
damn.
2 in the category of Kevin Smith. What is the first name of the 15-year-old girl who is writing a book about men's sex drives in Mallrats?
Oh, wow.
That is very obscure.
Give me a multiple.
All right. Is it A, Trisha, B, Linda. C. Julie. D. Mara.
They call her Trish the Dish. Nobody calls her that.
It is
Trisha.
It is Trisha.
It
yes,
is
correct.
Trisha.
Give her another point.
All right, so that's a point. She's using multiple choice a couple times, but she does know her Kevin Smith. 2 questions
Oh,
left.
so that's what adultery means.
All right, question number 3. What game is played on the
Interesting.
roof of the convenience store?
Okay.
Clerks.
Street hockey.
It is hockey. Let's give her 2 points.
Wow.
Points, and so Rachel has a 3-point lead over John Rocha now, and she still has 1 question left in the world of Kevin Smith.
All right, and here it is. Carrie Fisher plays a woman with what profession in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
She is a nun.
She is a nun. 2
She
more
is a
points.
Huh.
All right.
She is a nun, and so Rachel
Okay.
Silvestrini has opened up a 5-point wound over John.
I'm interested
And
to
the
see that film
Outlaw answer
because I
has
want to
been
see
so
Carrie
many
Fisher as a
times in the
nun.
past.
But yeah.
He steps up to spin the new
I know the
wheel.
third one, the third Jay and Silent Bob is
That
coming
darn
out.
wheel. That darn
Jay and Silent
wheel.
Bob reboot,
Now, see,
and the
that's a
trailer
really
looks
good example
incredible.
Of Spinner's Choice
Yeah.
being a tricky thing. It sounds like a good thing when you get it, but you never know what's actually going to happen.
And he has spun comedy, and he's walking over to it. He has done stand-up comedy multiple times, but he's spinning away from it.
Spin by the pen.
All right, so whatever Rocha lands
Come on, hopefully land on something good.
stuck with, for lack of a better term.
You gotta get past that opponent's choice.
Oh, wait. No. Come on.
Wow.
Come on.
That wheel.
That will just
The
glitch.
spirit of Andre
So
2000.
John Rocha might have some beef with this
Come
new
on
wheel,
now.
but it landed
That was
on
unbelievable.
2000.
That was weird.
Come
Yeah.
on. I think I should go to Weston's.
Huh?
Westerns. No.
No.
That was weird.
No. I challenge that. The wheels.
Okay, if you think there's an equipment malfunction, I can't give you what category you think it might have landed on, but I can allow you to have a respin.
I'm fine
if
with
you
that.
want.
I'm fine with the respin.
Yeah. But I will, Rocha, John,
Yeah.
I will caution you.
Yeah.
If you do the respin,
Yeah.
you have to take whatever category that
That's
was,
fair.
regardless of what happens with the spinner.
So that's tempting. Can I consult with my?
You may consult with your team.
Oh boy.
Go ahead.
That was
So you
weird.
Yeah.
It was like,
I mean, the thing about the matter
and then it
is
just goes
that-
Could
back.
have been Western.
I
I
was
think
just-
that's what he's really.
But
yeah.
either way, I mean, you know, this is the relationship you build with the wheel.
Would you spin away from
I'm fine with
2000s? Because look, opponent's choice is still out there. There's still some tough categories. So John Rocha, the decision is in.
Stick with it. Stick with it.
I discussed with my teammates, and I'm going to take that 2000.
Much to my
He's gonna
chagrin.
take the 2000.
I heard your oh boy, Clark. People can
boy.
hear you when you're on the mic.
Oh,
All right,
boy.
you ready?
Oh boy, it is.
All right. I'll see if I can find 4 Westerns questions.
Yeah, please. In the
That came out
2000s.
in the 2000s.
Oh, that damn wheel.
All right, John.
Once this match is done, that's gonna be the first thing I'm gonna replay because that was
First and
weird.
forward in the world of the 2000s, who played single Wall Street executive Jack Campbell, the man who wakes up on Christmas Day in an alternate reality where he married his former girlfriend in The Family Man.
Nicolas Cage.
2 points.
Oh, that's quick.
All right, John Rocha.
Not
in
so mad at the 2000s now. are we?
She can't resist, can she? All right, next.
Which actor has a cameo as John Lennon in Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story?
Oh, I don't know. Multiple choice.
I can provide that. Is it A, Jack Black, B, Paul Rudd, C, Jason Schwartzman, or D, Justin Long? Oh, wow. One of Jason Inman's favorite movies.
That's interesting.
Oh, I don't know why I want to say
I'm gonna need an
Schwartzman.
answer.
Jason Schwartzman.
That is incorrect. Rachel, I'm going to give you your options again for 1 point steal. Is it A, Jack Black, B, Paul Rudd, C, Jason Schwartzman, or D, Justin Long?
Justin Long.
I think it's Justin Long.
It is actually Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd.
One of those.
Are you from London?
That is Paul Rudd.
That's a different one, but still.
Paul Rudd played John
I
Lennon.
just wanted to say it. No.
Very impressive. All right, John, back to you. 2 questions left in the world of the 2000s. Your penultimate question in this round. In Almost Famous, who plays rock journalist Lester Bangs?
Oh, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
2 points.
There it is.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, I was thinking of the kid.
And the Outlaw has pulled to within 1.
Come on, Rocha.
Of Rachel Silvestrini. Your last question, John. A film that swept us all up in a world of emotion when it was released in 2004. Who directed 2004's The Notebook?
Oh.
Oh, crap.
Go 5,
Oh.
4, 3, 2.
Multiple choice.
I can provide that. Is it A, Scott Hicks, B, George C. Wolfe, C, Adam Shankman, or D, Nick Cassavetes?
I want to say George C.
Nick
Wolfe.
Cassavetes?
Give him a point.
Nick Cassavetes, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
Round 3. I love a question.
Tie game.
Regardless. But now that has given us a tied ball game as we head into
Nice.
the last round. Clark, we could be staring right down the barrel of overtime.
Look, this is. It was already hot in here, but now it's like hot in her, if you know what I'm saying.
Rachel and John, you both are wearing jackets. Are you guys doing okay?
Yeah.
Because round number 3 is upon us, and like Clark inferred, it is getting quite temperate. In round number 3, each competitor, John Rocha, you are the higher ranked competitor here. You've built up quite a storied history in the movie trivia Schmoedown. Some might say the greatest history of all time. But now, we just need 3 numbers from you.
6, 8, and 10.
That's quick.
And Rachel Silvestrini,
16. Did you say 7?
No.
7 and 9.
16, 7.
All right, solid numbers. Solid numbers.
All right, so Rachel, you're going to get your questions first.
I can go
Or
see
at least
the
you're going to
road.
get your 2-point question. We'll see how we do from there. Clark Will's going to be asking you your questions. I'll be asking John the Outlaw Rocha his questions.
Okay. You chose number 16. That is the category of comedy.
Oh, you're even milking the crowd for round 3.
I like it. It's fun. All right. And your question is for 2 points. Jake and Elwood are on a mission from God in what 1980s comedy?
The Blues Brothers.
That is correct. Despite my not asking that very fluidly. That was my fault.
You were coasting off that comedy
I
last
sure
week.
was. I was excited.
All right, so Rachel takes a 2-point lead. John Rocha now is going to hear his 2-pointer, and we'd prefer an answer within 15 seconds. You selected category number 6 for 2 points. That corresponds to a director named Steven Spielberg.
Oh, boy.
And your question.
Well, it's a 2-pointer. Hopefully it's not too difficult.
Steven Spielberg directed Haley Joel Osment in what 2001 sci-fi film?
AI?
2 points for John
Yeah.
Rocha.
I forgot that was Spielberg.
Been a close game all the way, Mark.
I was like,
And
it's
it
not
goes
it's not
back
Minority
and forth.
Report.
Rachel
It's one of
Silvestrini
around
is now
that
back
era
on the
though.
clock. She has a 3-pointer to answer.
I can barely see the road from the heat coming off this switch.
That's a quote from Van Halen. Thank you, John Rocha.
All right, Rachel, you chose number 7, and the category is My Girl, Sandy B. Sandra Bullock. And your question is, what country music star plays Sandra Bullock's husband in The Blind Side?
Tim McGraw.
Tim McGraw.
That is correct. Good job. We love
Right.
a Sandy B.
That's
What a
right.
nice
He was
guy.
looking at Nick Saban a little sideways in that movie. All right. John Rocha, back to you. Get to answer your 3-pointer now.
Dude, this is gonna go to
Now we
sudden
ask one
death.
person a question, and we go to the other person.
It just bounces back and
Like
forth.
that's
There.
fun for you guys.
Very good flow here. John Rocha, you selected number 8 for your 3-point question. And that corresponds to the world of fantasy sci-fi.
Oh.
There's the Rocha sigh we've been waiting for.
Wait, it was a
For 3
tie in
points,
round
and
1,
to tie,
right?
Rachel, your question.
And tie in round
In
2.
the film Aquaman, Arthur and Mera are ambushed in Sicily when a fully armored David reemerges and is now known as what?
Black Manta.
Black Manta?
3 points for John Rocha. And we go.
He knows that because he knows his comic.
Just the way we threw it up. Mark.
But the question was worded quite weird, I'll just be
All right, so
honest.
Rachel, you're going to hear your 5-point question as asked by Miss Wolf, and if you get it right, you're going to force the hand of John. If not, we're going to remain tied, and then John Rocha will have a 5-pointer
Sudden
for
death.
Can I
the
just
win
say
out
something
there.
real quick? This has been a real honor.
Honor's all mine. No. Honor's all
That's
mine.
sweet.
I love you, Rachel.
Great match. All right, Rachel, you chose the category. Rachel, you chose
Rachel's
Number
doing
9,
fantastic.
Which
I'll
corresponds
just say
to
this.
rom-coms.
You know how well I did last time? Okay.
Okay. In The Devil Wears Prada, what is the name of the magazine where Meryl Streep is the editor-in-chief?
Take your time. Take your time. Make sure you got it right.
Five, 4, 3.
Make it repeat.
We can give you
Yes.
a JTE rule. Your question's
Absolutely.
coming up.
Okay. In The Devil Wears Prada, what is the name of the magazine where Meryl Streep is the editor-in-chief?
Ooh, yikes. I don't think she knows it. I think it's in the back of her head, but she needs to get it right. If she got it though, it'll be fantastic.
One JT rule remains. 5, 4, 3, 2. One more repeat.
In The Devil Wears Prada, what is the name of the magazine where Meryl Streep is the editor-in-chief?
I think she knows it at the back of her head, at the back of her mind. It just needs... Come on, pull it, pull it.
I don't think this is right. Composure.
That is incorrect.
That's 13 going on 30.
Yes, the answer is runway.
Of course
Runway.
it is. Of course it is.
Runway. You could feel the crowd ready to explode if she had gotten that answer correctly. So now, it all comes down to this. Just your garden variety ultimate Schmoedown matchup where John Rocha has to hit a 5-pointer to advance. Nothing special. Nothing to see here today.
Nope.
Oh,
And if he doesn't,
yay,
we're gonna go
yay,
into
yay.
sudden death.
If I say Paul Rudd, we're not even having this conversation.
All right. John Rocha. 5-point question. You selected number 10, and that corresponds to the category of modern classics.
Oh.
And
And
the
5-pointer?
5-point question is,
Yeah, yikes.
what famous musician plays Kiefer, one of the German nihilists in The Big Lebowski?
He knows this. You've mentioned...
And your winner, John the Outlaw!
Oh. I am conflicted. My emotions is like I'm bursting with excitement. At the same time, I'm like, no, Rachel. Oh,
This was intense
I'm so
from
confused.
start to finish.
but
And it was
wow.
such a great match. You
I didn't even hear what he said.
Sportsmanship up on
But I
the-
know that he knows Big Lebowski because he mentioned it on his podcast several times. He's seen it several times. He's gone more to love Big
We
Lebowski.
had up here at the answer desk as
So-
well. Hope everybody out there enjoyed it. John Rocha moves on, but I think Rachel Silvestrini proved a lot.
Bro,
Oh my
Rachel is
gosh,
Rachel is
this was a
amazing.
match
I'll just say
where
that.
it truly-
0-2
it
does
was
not
a-
reflect
it
her
was a show
record.
for Rachel saying,
She is
"Look,
an amazing
I'm
player."
Here, I am to be taken seriously in this league. You know, sometimes just because you don't necessarily pull out the win, it doesn't mean that it's not for nothing. I hope that this going forward for Rachel is a real boost to her confidence.
That's right. Sometimes you can find a lot of winning behavior in a loss. I think that's what we saw out of her today. And for John Rocha, look, I think that there was a little bit of rust there in round number 1, but
Sure.
he shook it off. And what we've always known about John Rocha is that he's had some misses in his career. He's learned, he's bounced back from his mistakes, and he knows how to be clutch. And he put that on display. So I think what he did by doing that is putting the rest of the league on notice that the ultimate Schmoedown, John Rocha's coming for that belt.
Absolutely. I mean, I think
Yep.
you hit the
And
nail.
yeah, my brackets
Rocha didn't get flustered.
super
He
busted
didn't,
once
you know,
again, 'cause I didn't-
round one
I didn't go with
as
Rocha, even
strongly
though,
in his direction as maybe he would have wanted. He played
Rocha
a
is one of my
solid,
favorite players of
consistent
mine,
game
but
throughout the
yeah, 'cause I thought
entire
Rachel
thing.
would pull it
Never let
out.
Get to him, and he pulled out the win in the end.
He pulled out the win, and we are now going to have an interview with John the Outlaw Rocha coming up in just a second. But right now, our own Jen Sturger is joined by one of the new stars of the league, Rachel Silvestrini, triumphant in defeat. Jen, it's all yours.
Rachel, I think I can safely say that even though you lost, that was your coming out party right there. Thanks, guys. I really
Yeah,
proud of
Rachel.
myself. I went toe to toe with the 2-time champ and made him answer all of his all of his third round. We went to the 5th 5-pointer. It's unbelievable. I'm speechless right now. I'm really proud.
And Kevin's
Smith, to say that you spun one of your strengths, you chose one of your strengths, and it still was pretty difficult for you. It just shows you that the level of difficulty that these questions are coming up with is just getting deeper and deeper the further we get in this league. So, were you disappointed at all with how difficult your second round questions were? No, because it's a challenge and it makes me pay attention even more. So thanks, Chris. But no, I love the fact that we're continually stepping up the level of play. Like, this season has taught me nothing more than you have to study, you have to know your stuff, and even things that you think you know, you might have to go multiple choice on. So I'm definitely okay with the way that it all played out. You know, being a fan favorite, the crowd and the people at home are probably disappointed to not see you go further in the tournament. What do you have to say to them at home, though, about your amazing season? It's not over. We might still play with teams, but thank you so much for all of the support. It's been an amazing year, and next year, who knows what's going to happen? Like, it's
I hope to see more of Rachel next season. And I hope her team goes far.
We know her mom is out there
but
watching.
I forget who she's. Is she in the?
I think.
I haven't saved the picture, but I know it's in a Facebook group, so I don't remember it exactly.
And it certainly has been that for Rachel.
Absolutely. I mean, again,
But-
I can't stress it enough. Like, if that's how you're gonna go out,
I'm pretty sure Rinky and
that's
Brain
how
is in
the way to
there.
go out.
And now we're going to be joined by Jen Sturcher, who's in the middle of a dude sandwich. Jen, who are the guys?
It's a dude sandwich. I'm not sure which one of us is the beef, but whatever.
A large piece of meat here. Yeah, let's do it.
Oh,
Wait, I didn't know.
Touching that. No. Moving on.
What the
Moving
hell,
on.
man?
Oh my god. Please don't edit that out. Oh my god. Mr. Rocha.
13 and 8, that is such a
Why do you almost
record.
take it down to the last question? Do you just enjoy watching this room sweat more than we already are today?
I don't. It was a tough match. Rachel is fantastic. It was an honor to play her. I've known Rachel for a bit now. Being a fan of hers as a person, I've always loved her. Being a fan, she's helped me out in a number of matches, and so to play her was my honor and so much fun.
Yeah.
And this isn't the last you'll see in the Silvestrini. The Silver One will be back, and this is the game now. These people watch. These fans now jump into the top roster, and
I honestly cannot think of a better player to have played Rachel than John Rocha, because they sort of have, not on screen, but I know they have history.
And I feel damn good that I
So
beat her, 'cause it was toe-to-toe
it feels
all the way to the
fitting.
end.
Let's be clear though, these kids may have the knowledge and the time to be studying these movies, but you're still one of the OGs.
Yeah, true. Well, thanks so much for that, and it's always great talking to you after a win rather than a loss. So
Yeah, you're much happier all of a sudden. What does this win mean to the Horsemen?
I think it's great for us. I think we need this. We need to go forward. We need to have belts around our waist. You know, everyone wants to bury us all the time in the Facebook groups, on Twitter, blah 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 blah. The new flavor of the month, the greatest faction ever. We are the greats. We have always been the greats, and we prove it every single time. Me winning this tournament, to have a shot at that singles title, to hold it for a third time, to hold the third version of the belt would mean everything to me, and put my name back in people's mouths in a conversation about the greatest of all time.
That will definitely
The moments that I
does
think
that.
that people at home did not get to witness is that when you went to go answer your last question, I happened to look over at Dan, and when you said your answer, you just see him light up and go. And I was like, well, I guess he got it.
I wish there was a cam for that.
Come on, this is my teammate, this is my partner, this is my opponent, this is everything you could be in this game. John and I have been. So of course, I mean, I was rooting like hell for him over there, and mentally willing him. I was mentally sending a picture of Flea into John's brain, and no, I love this guy. I love playing with him.
Is that the music star?
It's a lot of fun, and I love having been over there.
I don't think I'm familiar with Flea.
Flea.
Let's check it out.
And I love having him here.
The enthusiasm that you two have for each other
Flea,
is just
Big
palpable.
Lebowski.
Like, you guys have been such good teammates, and now bringing Ben into the
100%.
fold. Like, what does this all mean for you guys? Like I said, coming from, you've had some tough losses as of late. So what does this
Yep,
mean to
definitely
you
not
both?
familiar with them.
Well, you know, Jen, I think when you join the faction, you really think about the long game. You don't think about the short game. I'm not interested in corruption. I don't care about the dungeon. This is a team of greats, and I knew that I was getting in for the long game, and it's all going to bear out in the end. You know, the averages will favor us because we have the best players in the game. And so, you know, they say when a prize fighter, you know, maybe they lose their power, but they gain a little more strategy. I don't know if this guy's lost his power, but I know he's got all the strategy in the world. And he took care of business today. He went long. He didn't knock her out. Didn't matter. We knew he was going to get there. We were proud of him for getting there. And he's going to keep going on this thing. So I'm proud to stand next to him. I'm excited for my first shot in the tournament, and one of us is going to have it. In the end of this thing, one of us is going to have it. I know it.
Speaking of corruption, in
Yeah.
the next round you will face either Janine or Mike Kalinowski.
Yeah, I think facing Janine is another one of these Silvestrini
I
situations. Janine's
I
a
wish
fan,
Janine
she's a
wins.
competitor,
Come,
and
please.
Janine has made her name. Janine Devine, Janine the Machine, she is no joke, and she is so knowledgeable, and she will give
Please.
me everything I can handle, and I only hope I could do the same for
I
her
respect Mike
if I face
Kalinowski,
her.
but I wish
But
Janine
that being
wins.
said, Jen, Kalinowski, I hope you're watching, Chico.
Chico.
Right? Flash? Ah! It's you and me, Chico. That's what I'm talking about. You've been running your mouth. You've been running your mouth, playing one side of the fence and the other side of the fence. Mr. Nice Guy, but you got that ugly fire under it, and I know it. I remember a young outlaw in 2016 who felt the same way, had that same drive, that same desire. We've been friends for 20 years. We've been hanging and banging for 2 decades.
Really?
Well, now it's you and me in the ring if you take care of business. And it'd be my great honor to face you, my friend, but also as a competitor, the Outlaw versus KO Kalinowski. And this time, Chico, I'm not saying the wrong name to give you a victory like Smets. I'm not letting you get away with a perfect round again. I'm going to take care of business and take you out. Because Mikey No Belts sounds so much better to me. I know I mean it.
Well, what more can I say? Just hanging and banging backstage with the biggest piece of meat in this entire tournament. Back to the desk.
All right, Clark Wolf. I mean, you see, I think Jen really maneuvered that interview well, because the first half of the interview we were
Rogan
talking
knows how
John
to make a
Rocha,
promo
and then the
for
second half,
sure.
The Outlaw emerged, and that's who we're left with now. Janine Kalinowski. Either way, we're getting Outlaw.
I still can't get past the young Outlaw in 2016.
Way back when.
But yeah, look, it's as I do think, all kidding aside, that Rocha made a very smart and humble point that Janine could easily take it to the end, just like we saw Rachel. Janine is not a competitor to sneeze at, so I think it's great that he's taking it seriously. And as far as Kalinowski goes, look, he may be on a streak right now, but it's just who can say? We've seen inconsistencies from both parties, so it'll be interesting to see how this one shakes out.
What has been consistent thus far is that we are just in round 1 of the Ultimate Schmoedown, and the matches have already been fired. Cannot wait to get into more round 2 matches here as we continue in the movie trivia Schmoedown playoff format, the Ultimate Schmoedown. For Classy Clark Wolf, make sure you check out Satanic Panic, available right now. I am merely Mark Baby.
I actually am looking forward to watch that. It's in my watch
check out
list.
the Facebook fan page, and of course, enjoy us on podcast wherever you listen to things. I'm Mark Ellis. That's Clark. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
I don't know why I just did that. Are we gonna have a credit scene? No? Okay. Okay. Sounds good. So, yeah. So that is the match. Rocha versus Silvestrini. That went down to the wire the best way it could possibly can. I didn't know if Rocha got it right or wrong, but clearly he knows it. I didn't know. Because I've seen Big Lebowski like once. I don't know who Flea is. I've never heard of Flea. Clearly, what year was it out? Is it 2000 or 1999 or 98? I don't even remember. I was born in 99, so it's not around the time I was born. Or not my era, I guess. But yeah, it's definitely a great film, and I, once again, don't know who Flea is. So I didn't know if it was right or wrong, but I know that Rocha knows it, so I'm feeling confident with that. And yeah, like I said in the beginning of the video, I had no preference over who win by the other, but probably you can tell by my expression at the end. I was sort of happy when Rocha win, because at the end of the day, I love Rachel. She's gonna be an up-and-coming star in the league. 0-2 does not reflect her record at all. She's a great player she got niche skill set, which can definitely upset some other opponents. But she just she happened to face one of the all-time greats today in Outlaw. And Outlaw, this is definitely not his 100% best form, but he clearly had a great game and pull out the win. So yeah, it's weird. Okay, it's really weird because ever since before I've always liked John Rocha. When he was still very heelish Outlaw, still with top 10, I was like, I like him, okay. I never was an avid fan of it, especially because he always faced that Merle, so I'm like, please Merle win, defeat Rocha and everything. But then since he got that face turn at one point, I believe it was against Patriots, or was it against Team Action? It was he had a face turn, and then he's trying to get back up again, and then finally forming the Horsemen. That's when I starting to like Rocha more and more. And this is I think around the time when the Founding Fathers was formed, that's the peak of my love for Rocha. So yeah, this is definitely great to see him back in form. Hopefully Janine wins. I believe I put Kalinowski in my bracket, but once again, I wish Janine wins, and I want to see Janine face Rocha. That's gonna be a fun match. And yeah, once again, Rachel, great player. I'm really sorry for the loss. If you're watching, definitely I look forward to the teams for both of these competitors. Well, Founding Fathers won't be there because they're gonna be fighting for the title, and if they win, then they will be champion. If they lost, then they will be out of the tournament. But Rachel, I'm pretty sure Inky and the Brain is in it, and if not, then I look forward to what you do next season, definitely. And yeah, so that is my thoughts for that match. Opening scene, opening introduction, the credit scene. It's a fair I don't know if it's a fair thing. I think it's just a storyline thing that Harloff want to do, because both players are getting a lot of playing time, and they got a lot of minutes. Okay, in basketball term, they got a lot of minutes on their legs, but in this term, like, they've played a lot, and maybe they're looking to hang it up. I don't know. But if that's the case, breaking them up will be like sort of the best way to do so. But I hope that's not the case, and I hope Founding Fathers wins, because I want to see more of them playing, because they're still one of the greatest. And that is my thoughts on those. And I will be most likely, I'm planning to do the breakdown for Team Tournament Bracket. I don't know when I'll release that yet. I haven't filmed it yet, but I'm planning to do one soon. I have to figure out who I want to see win first. I'm gonna fill out my bracket, and then I'll discuss it in a separate video. So hopefully you guys look forward to that one. So once again, subscribe, click the bell notification below so you don't miss out on all my posts, like my podcast, my Schmoedown reaction, my Schmoedown content. Because I haven't done movie reviews in a while, although I've been doing it in form of my podcast. So if you want to hear my thoughts on films, check out my podcast at Councilmen. And also, follow me on social media at jwardharma, Twitter and Instagram, if you don't want to miss out on my social posts and social doings. As well as leave a like in this video if you want to see this channel to grow. And until next time, Jow out.